Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Just gonna get all set up. Oops. Hang on. Alright, get all set up. Just getting all situated and set up. Okay, there we go. Boop. Now I feel bad. Shoot. I'm just gonna be doing stuff in Photoshop. If anyone joins in, I could talk while I'm working on stuff. Meh. Hello. Nothing much, just waiting to see if anyone's going to join me. startled me. That really startled me.
Apologies.
Ah!
Sorry.
What is that noise?
Guitar.
Oh.
I literally just got it yesterday. It's like plugged in and all.
Oh.
What happened?
That's really loud. My god. There's someone playing the guitar. Stop it.
Sounds like he has a taser.
Ah.
Like this really like loud taser where just like the bass is just boosted up.
That is scary. Oh god.
So, why such an early stream? Or just felt like it, I guess?
Just felt like it.
This is a, so like this is basically, so basically most of the people in it are artists, correct?
Yes.
Like a
That's
Kills a
going to
podcast.
kill me.
Podcast, where like it just only talks about art, I guess. Because like, what else are we gonna talk about?
I don't know, random stuff.
Furries.
No.
So let's actually stir up some drama, such as, how about we talk about Mr. Enter's Kickstarter for his show?
Wait, what? Mr. Who?
So you never heard of Mr. Enter?
No, I have not.
Actually. Okay,
That is really gonna get annoying.
Enter is probably the worst, or reviewer, whatever you want to call him, actually. Reviews and such. Of course, it's that, like, it doesn't even have, like, that, good of an opinion on cartoons in general, because, like, I, like, just keep on talking about them and just, like, talk about SpongeBob, and just keep in mind that he talks about, like, every single episode of SpongeBob.
Oh my.
Every single one that's ever been done. Who's gonna want to watch that, number one?
Probably
And number two, like, SpongeBob has, like, what, 600 episodes or some shit?
I don't know.
Review for, like, every single one of those.
That noise is gonna get on my nerves. It already is. Oh god.
Anyways. So the thing is that, with Mr. Enter, another thing as well is that he's a brony as well. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, liking My Little Pony, even if you're a, but like the thing is that this guy is like trying to review and criticize like all these cartoons and all that, and acting as if his opinion matters and all that, while at the same time he thinks My Little Pony is yet a good show.
Don't you fucking diss
For
My Little Pony. My Little Pony is an okay show, but like.
About him is because he's trying to start a Kickstarter for a cartoon he's been working on.
Have you
for 4
seen
years.
Harry Partridge's video? That's basically like what Kickstarter is. It's so funny.
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. So, if you guys do not know who Harry Partridge is, I don't know where you've been. He's a good anime.
The fuck is a Harry Partridge?
He's a animator who does all these really good animations, like frame by frame.
Oh,
What's his name again?
so like
Harry Partridge. Hold on, I'm pulling it
good.
up.
Okay.
Okay, this guy seems. His style already.
Piano.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, his animations are really good.
One of my first ones of seeing it was like, I think, one for Skyrim, I believe.
Wow. Wow.
That was neat.
He does a lot of that.
Yeah. Currently making me. I'm making me.
Done like one for Avatar. One on Nicolas Cage.
Oh my god, yes.
That'd be golden right there. It's got
It
like
is.
Nick Cage in.
It is golden.
I'm gonna have to watch that later. Copyright strike or copy strike.
Ooh.
But anyways, so back to Mr. Enter. So basically, he's trying to create this show for apparently 4 years by now. He's trying to write scripts
Oh.
here and there and all. And he, first of all,
Oh.
this is like not even his own story.
That's
That he's actually came up with, that's come up with, and that's original. It's like some show
Buddy
project, which like
wants
I don't know if it was like ever greenlighted. I don't think it was actually, but I think he just took that and said it was just his own. And what basically his quote unquote story is that where the adults are kids and the kids are like adults and all. So
I
like
already
you have
seen
like
that
12-year-olds like getting jobs and all that.
Yeah, that movie was
I mean, the
okay.
parents just like I guess going to school, I guess, coloring and drawing and playing video games.
That's so dumb.
That movie already exists. Also,
But the thing is
I've
that
seen
like
it 4 times.
or by just so much film and just so much content that I believe that you can literally make a story, a movie, a show about literally anything.
Yeah.
I mean, they made Annoying Oranges show.
Ooh.
Watch that then, like this and all. And like the other thing is
My
that
ears.
created all the character designs and like they're all awful actually. Plain and simple. And it's very obvious that this guy just knows how to draw, but like he just has as much experience of drawing as much as a does, at least. I think for someone who's been drawing for 5
I
No,
feel.
actually.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just like thinking. The noise from like the I don't know what it's called with guitars, like the feedback sound.
Oh my god. The fuck is happening?
The
It's gonna get hard to hear. But
Hey. Woo.
wait, so are there any like sketches or drawings of these characters? I kind of want to see. I'm curious now.
find them. See if I can like post them. Like
The curiousness
on the Discord.
is
Try to
great.
find them. So I need to find out like what he should call the shitty show. Sorry.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba.
So like the art style is not even unique. It feels like something we've like seen.
Like he just
It's so
traced
like
over it.
say you traced over it, but like it's very uninspiring. I mean, like,
Original
I guess it's
OC.
See it.
Do not-
I really want to shit talk it right now.
but so you know what? I wanted to just like introduce you to like the Kickstarter and not the see the images and all, but like let me just post in the chat actually.
Okay. Okay.
Put it in the shit post.
Okay.
do not
Please
feel-
let there not be sound, please.
It's called Growing Around, the cartoon where kids rule.
Wow. It seems to be
What?
horrible.
Another theory, what's that? What is that? What's that? It's not necessarily bad, but like it's so uninspiring and just so bland and
Ah.
generic.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I've seen it. My eyes burn. I need eye
I'm
bleach.
trying to like jerk myself off or nothing like that. But the thing is that like I've worked, I've worked hard to at least like obtain something unique in a way. It wasn't easy. It took time to at least like try to find something that I was confident in. And like what I draw now, like it's not the best. I still have lots to learn, but like I'm at least confident in it enough because like I have this style where
I hear lots
a bit
of
more
noises.
except for maybe the faces. The faces might be a little bit exaggerated,
Ah.
but
Fucking hell.
The
Is-
faces look like something. I hear kids
So, like-
screaming.
but at least like what I do is that like I try to like create like realistic proportions, like maybe slightly exaggerate some of the faces.
I
Definitely because like
yeah.
accurate like facial proportions, and then like just give them like this really big massive hair and all that. Like it sounds ridiculous, but you just kind of like need to see it just like and also like I have this thing where like it's like sharp and angular, like there's no like smooth like
It looks so. It's just. I mean, sure, it actually does look nice, but it's just.
are you gonna
It
remember
looks
this
like
tomorrow?
vomit. It looks like vomit.
It does.
Ate like a whole box of crayons and just vomited, just threw up,
Wait,
and then
how the
like,
fuck? How the fuck did he
Worse
raise
is that like
10K dollars?
what are the character designs? Like it obviously looks like but
It reminds me of the
Renderly.
webcomic. Some things remind me of a webcomic.
Everything
you don't find
reminds
this
me of
shit in a TV
Everything.
show or a show with like
It
budget
just
and all
looks
that.
like
You
there's too much going on.
on Tumblr
there
is
is.
where you find it.
Though some
Just
look
going-
kinda cute.
It reminds me of a
Yeah,
Tumblr
but like
post.
I don't know. I can just go to like many other artists who are like really way more experienced, way more inspiring, just like they're like really adorable characters. This is just like not selling for me.
I mean, we got a basketball hoop that has 3 hoops. We got a little solar system, like, little this thingy. I don't know what those are called. We got little
Giraffe.
buggy cars. Look at those.
Oh,
Monkey
oh
bars
shit, it's
that have like
Mercury.
little monkeys on them.
Oh shit, I didn't know it was me.
Because this consistency, there's no like
The
source
colors.
of lighting. Just this was all in black and white. I almost feel like if you were to like grade this all into be like black and white, if those black lines were not not like around the characters or the environments at all, the entire picture would look gray. Actually,
Yeah.
Just change the
Bet on
style. It's too round. It's too round.
so like
He
here's the
even
thing I
looks
love.
like
It
me.
seems like he has 5 characters for the main characters. He's got like the son who's like trying to be a parent, and also the sister who's a parent, and then like the mother and the father are the kids and all.
Is the
And,
pony character?
I was just gonna say the pony's an actual character.
Oh wait, here, hey, hang on. Here's one thing. So, let's see. Select a perk. $50. You get a signed poster. $1.
Yeah,
You
like-
get the name in the credits. $5.
Yeah, so, like-
Exclusive sneak peek.
Fucking the
$10.
credits.
A special
That's the
thank
best
you.
thing ever.
$20 a pilot soundtrack. $35 you get training cards. $90 you get your own t-shirt. $140 you get both t-shirts from the show. And then $200 you get the name in you get your name in the show.
Oh,
$500
cool.
you get
My name.
background appearance.
I fuck.
Here's the thing,
gonna
I
pay
probably is
500
like one of them. Not only are all of them
for-
way too fucking expensive, but just take a look at the
Yeah.
one, the $200 one where like you get to have your name on the show. You literally need to pay $1 to have your name in the credits. So like
Hmm.
You're
in
already
the
in the
show.
show.
Yeah.
So you don't
Indeed.
need to spend $200.
That's redundant.
Fucking Mr. Enter. You have to rewrite.
But like this is so expensive. Like you have to
He's
buy
only
a
got
get a shirt
3% of his goal.
3%. Like
How
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
fuck
Like
did they
$10,000. That's actually that's actually good money. I'm not gonna lie.
How
But
the fuck did they write $10,000?
that's only again like 3% of like what he's trying to achieve. But keep in mind animation is expensive, but
I mean, you can have
doing
a good
ki-
story and have really pretty
Yeah.
animation.
I mean I believe that. But again, like I don't know, we've had it for such a long time. We've had like good stories with like shit animation that like I'm kind of tired of it. We haven't had like the next Avatar in like a while. Yes, we I mean, like we had Voltron, but like
Mm.
I mean, it looks good. I was like, what is this? What is this? It looks amazing. And also the
didn't
actors.
see,
I mean,
I didn't see Voltron.
I still haven't seen it though because I don't have Netflix.
Same.
But I mean,
Yeah,
certain shows I will
illegally
watch,
download.
and what I and it's
Illegally download everything. Is my.
I mean, like I think of Voltron's okay and all that, but like in terms of originality and all that.
It reminds me of Avatar though. I mean,
Well,
with,
it's
like,
actually made by the
Which one?
creators of
The M.
Avatar.
Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Last Avatar: The Last
That's a
Airbender.
bad thing.
It's just it reminds me of that because like some moments they have like these like they exaggerate poses and such. I like them when
You
they
mean
exaggerate.
JoJo?
I don't watch that.
Same. I don't watch JoJo.
The one
I
what?
mean, that show.
I just.
It's like that. It's like the show you're talking about. I mean, it looks like a lot is happening. It looks chaotic.
Indeed.
Well, wait, which one? Voltron or Growing Around?
Growing around.
Because like, what are we talking about?
Like,
We're talking about free show all at the. We're actually talking about.
I'm guessing Mr. Enter does not understand simplicity. Well, then again, I guess he does understand simplicity because like an entire show that surrounds about like kids just being grown-ups.
I
Like,
mean,
it's just
that's
so weird.
that
Like this.
trope. It's already been done. Like where kids rule.
It's been
Kids
done
are
to
in
death.
charge.
It's
Yes.
been done.
It even kind of sounds like very creepy and uncomfortable. Actually,
Indeed, it does. Oh god.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be very awkward just to like have like these grown-ups just like really behave like kids and all, and then like the kids are just gonna have to like pay taxes, well, some of them have to like join the military. Are you telling me like there's probably like these are just like surrounded
Sorry,
and
I'm
full
just imagining a little baby in the military.
Yeah, just like the general is basically a baby. It's just like an infant. Asking everyone around of what to do. And sometimes you're like, oh, it's so funny because it's a little baby giving orders and all that. What's interesting enough is that like I watched a review of like someone do The Incredibles, which was a really good review. And what I love that he said, that's something I heavily agree with, is that he didn't like Jack because it was just a cheap way to like make the audience laugh. And he said like having a baby like make a joke and all that is just as cheap as having a jump scare, and I really do agree with that.
Like looks at every video game ever, every horror game ever, like cheap jump scares.
Like, I mean, like I'm okay with jump scares, I guess, if like whatever's supposed to like surprise us, I guess it's actually scary. But at the same time, I even like looking back at like the best films and horror media in general, and like they really don't rely on jump scares at all. They actually like build an atmosphere. They try to make you scared without like jumping and surprising you.
Yeah.
And then you get crappy films like The Visit.
What? Is it? I mean, that's basically kind of like a footage horror movie. It's
The thing about that movie is that like that movie didn't have to be found footage.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan, ding dong, ding dong.
Such an amazing guy.
Shyamalan.
Really is.
I mean, hang on. So,
Wait, what?
I've been watching a lot of like ending explains for certain movies. One thing he did, this is something as awesome as he connected two universes. With Split, have you seen that? I kind of got so
I didn't get a chance to see it because like I was so busy.
It's good. It's good. But
like I actually believe it actually is good. But
Willis is in it.
Bruce Willis.
oh, I'm guessing you're gonna try to like make the connection that Split is like connected to The Sixth Sense that we're gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see, because like the thing is that like who knows if M. Night Shyamalan is actually back to true form, if like he's back to being a good director, because keep in mind he had actually a really great start. Because keep in mind he didn't even just make a good film in the beginning where it was just like okay and all that. It was your first film, but it was okay. He actually made a classic for his first film that he ever directed, and it actually is an impressive film twist that makes you look back at it and just changes your entire view of how you even see the film. Not flawless, there's problems with it, but it's a really great experience for The Sixth Sense. But then, like, he made, you know, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and
Wait,
what the fuck?
Shyamalan did that? Wait, what?
Yes, I said it.
Yes, M. Night Shyamalan made Avatar: The Last
M.
Airbender.
Night Shyamalan, ding dong, made Avatar.
It had nothing to do with that. He just
And
made
it's
the live action,
horrible.
and that was utter garbage.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Please don't, actually. You'll just waste 90 minutes of your life, so, like, do not do that.
Sorry for the background noise. Hold on. I just have to.
A baby in a tank. Y'all can hear me? Well.
Okay, back.
No shit, I fucked it up.
Wait,
Okay.
where
Long ding dong.
Yes. And ding
Alright, so
dong.
anyways, the thing that was interesting about M. Night Shyamalan is that guy at the beginning who kind of knew how to make a film, actually. He knew how to actually craft something unique and organic, something actually incredible. But then every other film he made, it got to average, to tasteless, to mediocre, to then just being like so bad that it's good. Like, you know, that where like a film is just so
It's
unintentionally that like it becomes funny. Like The Room.
like the what?
The movie The Room. Never heard of it?
The Room. You don't
The
know The
Room?
Room with Tommy Wiseau.
I have never
It's an
heard
absolute
of it.
With Tommy Wiseau, it's
Classic.
like
The whole thing that's amazing about The Room is
Mark.
that The Room is the movie that I think what was so significant about it was that it was the movie to show how a film can be yet bad, but yet somehow simultaneously that can be good. Because the thing is that almost everything with The Room just didn't work at all. There's bad acting, bad writing, bad directing, but it just comes off so badly and unintentionally. I have no idea what they're doing. That everything just comes off. Everything just is funny. We're laughing at the film for like all the wrong reasons. A scene from it. You see the scene where like one of the characters is saying like, "I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not."
Oh. That scene. Okay.
That was just not only comedy gold, but that was probably like,
It's well known to this day still.
yes, like it. I think it came out 2004, I believe, and yet it's still relevant today. And
simply
what's even
It
funny
was
to imagine is
fantastic.
that the director slash writer slash
That's
producer,
everything.
Tommy Wiseau, wanted the film to like last for a decade, and he did that just fine, actually. But again, for all the wrong reasons. But like, I guess he's finally embraced, not finally, but he's embraced the fact that like, yes, The Room's actually bad, and that like everyone doesn't take it seriously, and that's a joke and all. But next time, I guess.
It's withstand the Santa time.
And then when M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, what was the so bad it was so good for him, for his film, was his film, The Happening. That is a absolute masterpiece. Because there's so much bad acting in it, and, you know, it has, Marky Mark in it, some other actors.
Marky Mark.
Who?
I want to call him. So it's got Mark Wahlberg and like some other actors and all, but very, very awful. I almost don't want to even like blame it on the actors themselves. Like again, it's all
Ah!
Midnight's fault because just the way directed.
What was all of that noise?
That's what I did. Some of the
Movies.
performances.
Something about movies.
Excuse me. Was that for Mark Wahlberg? He's got a performance where like he has to talk like this teacher. Really soft and nice voice, where he talks about exactly like this. It does not even change his tone for the slightest. Even when he gets angry, it just sounds like this. And he doesn't even sound really that angry or nervous at all. He just sounds the same as he was before. Literally, one of the lines in the film is him going like this. No, you don't? You should be better at science. You know why? Your face is perfect. Well, legitimate line. Maybe I didn't say it like word for word and like didn't mimic it beat for beat, but that's basically how it went. I'm not even like trying to exaggerate it the slightest. What's even like more comedic, sadly, is that so many people die in the film actually, and yes, like death is like nothing.
Cool.
Like some of the deaths are gory and all because like there's like one lady that like a like one of the things that you put in like in your hair to like make a bun or something like that to I forgot what they're called, and she takes that and she like sticks it in her throat. The thing is that so many people die in the film in just such a awful way because like there's this one scene where like construction workers are like on top of a high building and they all decide to commit suicide and they just jump off of it.
For
But
no
it's so
reason.
What?
other reasons because I guess it was trying to have a plot twist,
Because
but like
Mark Dog
the plot twist was like introduced in the, at the middle of
because
the
Marky Mark
So
was
basically,
in
the reason why everyone is killing themselves is because it's being spread through plants. And like anyone who like gets infected like by the by like I guess the gas or something like that, they then like kill themselves in like any way. It doesn't matter how, it's just as long as they die. And so like what happens to these construction workers is that they just jump off the building, but like they do it free fall style, as if they're like
It's the
I'm
looks of
free
fallen.
falling.
it's like
and
so funny.
free falling, free
There's even another
falling.
scene that was
Uh,
where like the characters are like running away from like affecting them and all, and it's affected these one people who are like far away, and so much so that this we see this one guy who like starts a lawnmower and then like he goes right in front of it, lays down, and then it just shreds him up. I know it sounds disturbing, but like just seeing
no,
him like start the
no,
lawnmower.
no, I'm okay with that stuff, but it's just death for the sake of death. That's dumb.
Even Final Destination wasn't as forced as that. And it's
Like it was
pretty
just it's really a film very nice to like pop in your disc and just laugh your ass off. And then like M. Night Shyamalan's film after that. Now this was the film to actually literally like actually kill his career, and that is he made The Last Airbender. And of course it's called The Last Airbender. It's marketed as The Last Airbender. It's called The Last Airbender. It's not called Avatar, but it is, or it was supposed to be.
It's not called.
There are some funny moments, but it's probably like one of the worst films that you can ever see in your lifetime. The thing is that M. Night Shyamalan made another film after that, and he made a film called After Earth.
After,
That was nothing.
Oh yeah.
after.
With,
Oh god, I've seen that.
with
I think I've
fucking-
seen that.
It's got like Will
Will
Smith and his
Smith
son.
and
in it.
Jaden.
Yes, I've seen that. Oh god.
It was.
Why does it sound like there's cars? It sounds like there's cars in the background.
Not for me.
New.
Go.
Like beep 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 beep.
The fuck you really. I am nothing.
And so, and then he made The Visit, in which that sucked, and then he made Split.
Oh yes, a good movie. Finally, after many
And
decades.
sure, like Split, but like I hear people say that's good and all, but like who knows if M. Night Shyamalan is back to making good films
I mean,
because
the fact that he has this like little nerdy kid like rapping. It's
he has like this, he has this
My
chubby
name is
white
Lahi-
boy who was just like making these raps with like horrible rhymes. Like
my name is Rahim.
like I know that's supposed to be like comedic and all that, but like it's not funny.
Let's inform him.
It's
It's
just
just
very-
never the way.
The words for it. Like I know it's
just
like an
listen to
overused
kids
word
rap
and all, but
every day.
I can't find any other descriptions. It was a cringe fest. That child,
My name
Him
is.
for a single frame that he was in,
My name is M. Night
Audio.
Shyamalan,
that just
and
like
I'm here to say
came
I
from
listen to Kid Bop every day.
him.
Kid Bop.
And yet he's making white rappers look bad and all that. And like, you know what? Fine. white people can rap and all that. Because like if you want to say like white people can rap, then like look at Eminem and all.
I was about to say, like, I was about to name like really this one. There's one rapper who actually made a movie.
Is it Tom Hanks' son? No.
No, I'm talking about Vanilla Ice or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Was it Marky Mark?
No.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Marky Mark was a famous rapper that very good movie and bad movie too.
Yeah, but enough of that. I think I probably get the point.
Indeed.
What was bad about there were so many things that were like bad about The Visit. I would like to say The Visit actually is a bad movie because here's some of the things. Like, yes, it's supposed to be found footage and all. Horrible at being
I
a
mean-
found footage.
And I
film.
mean, it's not found footage. It's just like videography by by the girl.
Honestly,
Actually, no, it is. It is found footage. It's classified as found footage. Like, yes, it's
Yeah.
made in the style as if like the girl's trying to make a documentary. Amy
indeed.
Dawson's daughter. But sorry, but it is still kind of as found footage. But it's actually horrible at doing found footage because here's the thing. It's obvious that like the entire film was made on like the red cameras are like used to actually use budget and all that, and they're like using this film and they're just trying to come off like you know, we're actually filming this on real cheap cameras and all that. They even like show like the actual cameras that they're filming
Yeah.
on, and like they're so cheap, and yet like that's not even like the quality those cameras would make that the film actually presents
Indeed.
feel real. Because the whole thing that's interesting about found footage is that you know you can kind of get away with it looking cheap. And in fact, if anything, the thing that's interesting
Look
is
at
that you
Blair
can make it
Witch.
cheap.
The first one.
Yeah, at least the first one. You can make it look cheap, realistic. I think that's why found footage is such an interesting genre. It's a genre that could be like done very wrong. That could be done wrong easily, in my opinion. But
Mhm.
it's such a great experience. It makes you feel like as if these like events that you're watching are probably actually real and that someone actually filmed them in real life. I think even some of the best examples are like from shorts are from the VHS tape movies. I forgot which one it was, but like there was
Right.
like one short in particular that was like
VHS movies.
I can't tell if this. I think it was maybe the first one, but it was like there was VHS was tape movies, or basically like films with like little shorts in them, and it's all like shorts of like people filming themselves. Supernatural shit happens, and like there's this one short in particular that's like amazing and great, and it just uses found footage to its core and uses it the best actually. This is kind of like a few good examples that just show like how to actually do it and how it's actually kind of important. But the thing with The Visit is that it doesn't do anything unique, or does not even use it in the appropriate way. It doesn't make you actually feel like the events are actually happening. In fact, if anything, it kind of just blows them away. Like the thing is that like the kids are trying to act as if they're like holding the camera. They're like there, but like it doesn't actually look like the kids are actually holding the cameras and filming themselves. It looks like just someone else is holding the camera, and yet like the kids are just putting their hands on it. Oh wait, the idea here and there. Because another thing as well is that the grandma keeps on making like these weird sounds. She like makes wolf and dog sounds, and the reason why it's strange is because it's not even like a werewolf, or like there's nothing supernatural about her. She's just like
She be crazy.
I mean, they
so,
even
like,
talk about it.
she can make like animal noises or nothing like that. It just doesn't make any sense at all.
The fuck?
It's really just a cheap
Okay.
way just to like scare the audience
But
without it doing anything clever. just scream at the top
Okay,
of the
so
lungs in like
using
scary way and all
mental-
that. Don't like add stock sound effects or like done from animals. In fact, if anything, um, something like that, it just kind of makes what you're presenting not scary whatsoever. It just doesn't make it scary at
It
all.
looks silly.
So,
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's
if
even
I
probably
just-
even worse for like a second type experience.
station with
And,
a thing like
It's like cheap and all
something
that,
like
but like
that.
it doesn't even utilize its cheapness to like a degree just to make it
Would be-
like
be done.
just unique again. And plus, to show like where some of the cheapness is and like some of the ridiculous ideas are, there's literally the one scene where like the girl is like taking the camera to like bust open the door, and it's like so funny and so poorly done. It's so wonky, and like the sound effect comes in like really late to when it sounds like the camera should actually be like hitting the door. Because if she really is like taking the camera and hitting the door with it, and like sure, I guess like you can do that, but at the same time, like why would you use a camera to like smash open the door? In fact, if anything, why are you still holding onto the camera?
That background noise is gonna kill me. Ah.
I don't know what else to say.
Well, you got me looking up horror movie genres now because I love horror. I love horror. And some things do some horror movies well.
I mean, like the thing that's said about horror is that like I almost feel like horror is one of the most is probably at least like the one genre that probably kind of like not done right a lot of times. It really is not. It's not the worst genre. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like those horror movies I believe suck more than like any other genre. Sure, like yes, like when we have movies and all that, sure, like they're dumb and stupid and they're even bad movies. It's shit like Transformers, but at the same time, they at least like are action packed, at least, and like there's might be something interesting in it. And then you have like dramas and like there's lots of good dramas, lots of shit dramas as well. But then you get like Breaking Bad. What else? What else? You get Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad's horror.
Bad is drama. I'm saying. I'm trying to like talk about other genres and how like lots of them are good, but it's just like horror is like the one genre where like most of the time I think it's really not done well actually. And the reason why is because like most horror films are just made on low budgets, and I feel like that's the only reason why is because like Paranormal Activity was like shoestring budget, and yet like it made like $100 million, I believe. I could be very wrong, but I think that's like why. And then like everyone thought like, sure, we could just make make lots of horror films that are like cheap and just
Choose your words carefully.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think.
It's okay.
They're like very cheap. You end up like turning into crap. And sure, like I don't believe that a big budget is like your for to make a film good, because I even look back at like the films that like films of all time, and like they're really not even that expensive. Actually, some of them you can even say like cost just $1 million. There's like one artsy film I like called Bronson, and that film cost $150 million. Most films I see. But anyways, so only like a few horror films that'll be out there that are like actually have budget to them, and it really kind of just shows. And like when you have budget, you probably have some nice things like cinematography or like good audio, good sound design, all that. Not saying that that can't be done in like low budget, but the fact that that probably could be easier to achieve. Loved about it was because it was a film that just didn't look cheap. Actually, it looked very nice, authentic. It wasn't really like, it's not the best, but it really wasn't like the best film I've ever seen and all that. But it is like really great cinematography and all that. Some of the set designs are great. Okay, maybe not set designs, but like they're okay. create a nice atmosphere. The coloring is nice. All the actually no, some of the set designs is good because like it's trying to like make it look like it's the 80s. All that kind of stuff, and you can see like there's actually like money behind it.
I just like it when there's something like they do effects, certain effects I will like the most. That's like I mean, sure we're in the technological we're advancing technologically these days, but just sometimes they get CGI, it just looks bad. Look at Purge. There's one scene, and okay, so I was watching The Purge, and there was just, you could tell there was effects, because this is the second Purge. This one guy gets shot. The blood looks so fake.
That's the thing. Another with like
bad. I hate CGI.
The thing is that like lots of people just don't know how to use CGI or just don't know like when it's appropriate to have CGI.
Some horror movies do it well and some don't. I did a paper about CGI versus practical effects.
What I've seen was a movie called The Bye Bye Man.
Oh god.
It was awful because like they even like not only was like the blood fake, but like they introduced like this CG dog that looked like it was something out of like Gmod or something like that. It was like so awful. It looked like it was made of rubber. It looked so animated.
I mean, at least the Babadook made a dog that looked really good. God. Kill the dog. I mean, and then there's. Do you know how like they have a dog in a movie just for the sake of it being killed off? I hate that so much. Sometimes they'll just add something in, like, oh, here's something really cute that everyone likes. Oh, it's dead. Sorry.
I'm like, it's one of the issues I had with the Babadook was that like once they like shown the dog, I immediately knew it was gonna die. So like it wasn't even like a surprise, or like I didn't even get like upset thinking like, how dare you kill the dog? Because like I knew that dog was gonna die by the time the first frame was shown of that dog. I'm like sure and all that, but like could they really just not do anything else that like didn't feel like...
I mean, the style of horror it was, that was interesting. I mean, it was done psychologically and such.
I thought that was interesting, but like some of the things, like some of the choices like I don't like I wish it had a little bit more balls because what I realized is that the scene where like the kid was like in the house where like he pushes the girl like out of the tree house because she was like being mean to him.
I haven't seen the movie actually. I really want to see it.
What about it?
I really want to see it.
I was just about to say, like, there's a scene where like a kid just pushes another kid out of a tree and all that. But what I hated about it was that they only just show like one frame where like the kid is like going to fall, and then like they don't show the shot where like the kid actually like falls down.
Remember, like she actually just people to freak out. Stupid parents.
So what? Grow some balls and all that shit. And plus, it's a rated R film. What parents are gonna come complaining? Made for adults.
Here's one thing. I mean, sure, they use fake animals nowadays. I mean, it's not the 80s. Like, look at Friday the 13th. I mean, they killed a snake. They decapitated a real snake.
Search on that?
They killed a real snake in the movie. And it's sad.
That's not vegan. That's that just makes me triggered to the core. Then.
I mean, nowadays they just use fake animals. Oh God, now I'm thinking of The Thing.
Well, The Thing, they like, fake with the dogs. Like, sure, like there were real dogs, but then like whenever a dog like died.
The supposedly prequel that was made in 2010. I was
Shit.
watching a kill count of it, just seeing these clips of really shitty CGI. I hated it so much.
And like the thing is, oh, no pun intended. About The Thing is that the 2011 one is just called The Thing. So like we're supposed to think like it's some reboot and all that.
No, it's
But,
the
like,
prequel.
It's supposed to be a prequel, but like why can't you just call it something else like The Thing,
The Thing Zero.
-1 or some shit, or
Exactly.
-2. I don't know. Just why did you have to call it? It just market it in, just like
It.
so like we don't. We have to like
Just
take
call
away.
it.
But like the problem is that like um the movie It, at least it was like actually being rebooted and all that. I would even like to say the It movie was better than the original, or better than the original TV show. But then like with The Thing, despite the fact that it's supposed to be a prequel and all that, we now have to refer the original Thing as to wait, hold on.
The guy.
Referred as to The Thing 1982. And like I don't want to keep on saying that, I just want to have it be remembered as The Thing. But if I don't say that, then people are probably going to be mixed up with a shitty movie. A film called The Thing should not be remembered and known as a shitty film just because some other shitfest was like given the same name of it. That's like what I hated. Or I guess I can also say John Carpenter's Thing. I think that's better actually.
Okay, now I really want to watch horror movies.
Go watch one. What's stopping you? Just go on 123 movies and just like see whatever movie you want to. And I know you have.
I have cable. I could go on demand. I just
Who uses?
pull
It's 2018. Who's using cable anymore?
I use
The only
cable, okay? I'm still in the 2000s.
Guess what? I'm in the 2000s.
Never leaving the 2000s.
The 2000,
And so like,
especially for music.
people who just use cable are just like old people who are just like
Especially for
I'm an
music.
old
watching the
soul.
football channel.
Hey, that's my some of those old
Hey,
one of those old people
it's
is my dad.
Daddy people.
Those old people are my dad as well.
Fucking
There we go. Yeah. I bookmarked all these horror movies. Though, you know, one thing that's good, one thing they brought back that was really good apparently was Chucky. Do you know the how like this Call of Chucky, the
I thought you said Hucky.
Chucky.
same.
Chucky as in the doll.
Ah,
Wait, I see,
The
but
Call
like
of
when you first said
Chucky,
it,
and then
I
Yes,
swear to God, you said
Chucky.
Hucky. I was thinking like hockey.
Chucky.
Yeah, Chuck E.
Chuck.
Cheese.
Seriously.
So we're
Sorry.
What?
We're talking about horror movies right now.
Chucky. Like she's chucking dead bodies in a river.
What the guy did for the movie is like he used puppets. He used puppets for the newer movies, the newer films actually. I love how like he's like, okay, so I gotta keep this alive. I gotta bring up something from that everyone loved. The fact that this doll was a physical thing. I'm gonna bring that back for this movie, and just for the sake of the people who grew up fearing this doll. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, because that one. Wait, that's a fucking film.
I think there's probably a reason why. Sorry to like change the conversation on this, but like I think the reason why our chat can be dead
Wait, what?
here and there is just because like chat can be dead and that we only get like 2 views. It's just because like we don't address them at all.
True.
I think that might be a problem. That we need to like
we need to pay attention to them.
came back. Ollie Montencaro Wasn't that the one where like you
Oli Monte
threw
Carlo.
him as salt and he just got really fucking triggered?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
I'm
still
sorry, but
triggered. Yeah, no, he's gone.
it's like a little bitch, honestly. If anything.
Oof.
Didn't mean to like hurt his feelings. You just threw him as salt. It was just a simple joke.
It
I mean, sure,
was.
you know what? Maybe he's 10 and all, but you actually decided to like put him in the drawing, like no, take it out and all that. I'm like,
I had to take it out. I was like, ugh. But no, I'm actually gonna
I
stop
mean,
doing
because,
what
like-
people want me to do. I'm like, screw you, I do what I want.
I really want to say to him like, this is not your art. You did not draw this shit. You have no right to say like what she can do and what she can't.
You can't tell me what to do.
Exactly.
I do what I want.
Here he is in the chat just acting like a little shit. How come you haven't like blocked him at all? Just like,
He's a friend.
how about just block him already? He's not a friend. If he was acting like if he was a real friend, he wouldn't behave like a little shit. If anything.
It's not his fault. Someone, like, basically, kind of.
He doesn't even know how to take a
Bro.
joke. He didn't break him, he just got too offended. That's all, that's it. I'm sure, like, yes, there's context behind it, but, like, it was just a joke. In fact, if anything, I would have been lucky to actually be in the picture, even if I was salt. Say, drew him as, like, this, Jew who was, like, getting gassed or something like that. You just drew him
Okay,
as
we're not
salt.
talking about, like. I actually had to make rules for, like, if we're doing streaming stuff now, okay?
Yeah.
That's right.
For sure, like,
Follow the rules.
his message sister deleted him. Deleted now. Why is that?
Why am I doing these rules? Oh, wait, actually. But anyway. Yeah. It's a pet peeve when people are like, oh, you do art. Oh, you're so nice. You seem such a nice person. Hey, can I take advantage of that and get some free art? I'm like, no.
You know, you don't do that at all.
I'm not some doormat.
I even like had someone like, yes, he approached me nicely per se, and like I guess he would have paid me, but I guess he just wanted me to like animated intro and all that. But like I was like
are we talking about
trying
Redstone
to
Robert?
like someone at school I meant actually,
Oh.
not Redstone Robert. Like this is like something that actually I encountered in like when I was actually in school. Like yes, like he was nice and all.
He just
And, like he didn't actually like he just like well I guess he would have paid me I guess actually to be honest, but at the same time like I didn't feel like doing that actually. I'm like no, like I don't do that shit. I just draw whatever like satisfies me and all. If you want help maybe how to draw and all okay, but like I'm not doing your own art. I'm sorry. I'm not free. But yeah. But like that was actually in a real encounter. That was not owned Robert.
Oh god, that kid. It's like Beetlejuice. If you say his name 3 times, he'll appear. But he hasn't appeared, and I'm sad. Because I keep saying his name, and I'm trying to get him to come here. I just want to make fun of him again. It was fun. Oh shoot, wait. I actually
Of course, like-
regret saying that because he could join this server.
What if he we just realize like it's all a plot twist and he's just like happens to be one of the 2 people watching now?
Gasp.
Yeah. And
I'm
like,
sure, like, that could
Or
and like
wait,
Shamalama Ding Dong
or
comes
what
at like
if
say
he's already
you've been
in
fucked.
the server?
Eh,
Dun,
who
dun,
knows?
dun.
Dun.
Eh.
It's really quiet there. Oh, it makes me sad. That noise. It's not. Ah. But yeah, just people who do that, it's really annoying.
And of course like he's obviously blocked, right? And please don't tell me
I
you didn't.
blocked him. He's gonna be really PC though. He's gonna be pulling this like little guilt trip act. He's like, why'd you block me? It's all this stuff. I hate it when people do that. I honestly do. I'm like, oh my god, bro, somebody just no.
Probably might want to like stop talking about like Redbone Robert, because we're probably just giving him more power. I'd rather talk about little shithead potato guy. What's his name? And like Redbone
guy?
Robert. What?
The guy you were talking about before? Like
Redbone Robert.
no,
Man.
no, not Redstone Robert. The guy who made that show.
No, I was okay. We could talk about him again, but like, no, I'm talking about Ollie.
Oh.
Because Ollie is like not actually being a troll, unlike Robert.
He's
Ollie's just being a little shit. Is the thing.
I mean, he was like, "Hey, draw me, draw me." I thought you were gonna draw me in this. And I was like,
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'll be honest with you. I actually wanted to be like, could you please put me in the drawing and all that? But like, I grew to like maturity and realized like, no, it's your own artwork and all. You can do whatever you want. And
mean,
if
I
I really
might
wanted
add
to
you
see that,
now.
I could have like,
I might add you now.
if anything, like, how about I add myself in, actually? I'll just because I actually know how to add myself and all that. What if I just did like a crappy like, and I actually like just draw myself in there? How about that?
I could do more like. I could do like different kinds of like thumbnail art with like different for different people. I can't talk.
What if you did like a collab where like most of the people on the podcast decided they'd come in and we like just found some way so like we could just draw the same thing. No, not
like
draw,
they did the collab thing, but like they draw each other themselves in their own style.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But
Where is it? Where's that document? Where is it? That background noise is really bothering me. It's bothering me to an unholy extent. It sounds like there's a car in the background.
It's normal, I'm playing Mario Kart.
Wait a minute. I can't. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hi, Afro.
nice to have you, Afro.
Yeah, Afro's there. He did the other work.
Maybe he would like to talk shit along with us about growing around.
Oh god, that show. Oh, the name of it just bothers me.
It
Just to
makes
get like
you
having the
feel-
pony in it. Just having the pony as like one of the main characters in this world where like
That-
it kind of feels like off to have this pony, if anything.
Actually,
The-
hold on.
I just understanding like the philosophy of
Philosophy.
just like children becoming adults and like adults becoming children and all. Because like you know like what happens exactly when we go to like work in this world? Are you telling me these are
Hello. Yo.
the name?
Okay.
Also, the show you're talking about, I have never heard of it.
And look today. heard of a amazing fellow called Mr. Enter?
Oh goodness.
Yes, and it's fine.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find it.
What, you just looked at the art again?
No. Just like this. My hearing's gonna go bad, I swear.
That would be Tetro's mic.
Wait, what?
The breathing, the heavy breathing, like.
Is that really me?
I think so.
Best if I have my microphone all the way my mouth, just so that like get on my breathing. And
Hang on a second.
Awkward silence. Silence intensifies. It doesn't work that way.
I'm just setting up this thing. It's exciting. I'm excited for a collab. What are you guys laughing about? What's so funny? What's so funny?
Fudge.
Section just one.
There we go.
we're here for 3 hours.
Ah, man.
An hour.
This is gonna be. Wait, I've been streaming for an hour.
Like an eternity.
Oh, hey.
What's going on?
No, it's almost been an hour. It reads as. Okay.
이제 당장 말.
There we go. So now we have it for people to add on. I don't know how to do collab stuff.
Are you trying to do a collab of?
Yeah, the thing you said, like, with the thumbnail art, you were going on about it. That actually got me pumped.
You know what? I'll be willing to do that. I'll probably go over maybe what if like we release like our own these
Style.
for like
Like, you could
whatever we
add
have for an avatar.
or
Then like we have to like then like assign to each person to like draw them and like and they would say like replicate the character because like the whole point of doing that like take that OC or something like that. Go ahead and
hang on. I can actually let me like get this one thing so we can probably
so like have an art style where like every line is like sharp and ink. Not a lot of round lines. Just think of it like Dragon Ball Z. It was like assigned to like the person who like round decided to do that.
oh gosh darn it. I have to every time I do something in Photoshop I have to try and be careful to not have in like grayscale. That's what my brother says. Like he does the little skirt thing. It's so funny.
Seriously?
Yes, he's the one who started it.
Nah. I like it.
Skirt skirt. It sounds like there's like a car in the background. Oh my god.
Have you been taking drugs lately?
What?
Just kidding. Nah, just kidding. Some shit. I hear no cost. Not a place. And it's supposed to
Hang on a
be
second. Actually, I could set up this thing real quickly. I wanna. Actually, I should for this little thing. I should actually make the background for the thumbnail like bigger, so then there's more space.
The paint big enough so like if it's
Yes.
free.
Yes.
Like I find like the YouTubers gonna have like drawing being like 1920 with 1080.
Oh, I just did it 5,000 by 3,000. It's big.
Hope it works.
Yeah. But that will take a while. My back hurts. Okay.
Silence continue.
Okay. Wait. Is anyone saying anything in the chat?
Oh wait,
How do you
That's
keep that open? Nope, it's still quiet. Viewers, come back, please. Please come back.
Gary, come.
99 more subscribers.
Gary, can't you see? I will.
But yeah. So what to talk about? What should we talk about?
We should talk about nothing.
You know what? Let's give Afro
Yeah,
talk about something he actually wants to talk about. Because, like, got on and all that.
yeah. So you
Get on, Afro.
Take it away.
I don't have any topics on the top of my tongue to talk about, really.
And
Just sort of here.
all that. Right.
What?
I was actually getting a post right now. Remember I said last night how I was gonna just like draw this one character.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, like now, like he's actually like drawing all that. That actually looks right.
got to go, y'all.
See ya.
It's a bad drawing, so like I'm gonna get posting it.
Ah. Sweet relief. The background noise, the sound of like cars, it's gone. And the feedback sound, it's here. Okay.
That's all I'm doing right now.
There we go.
Okay.
Building a team for Showdown.
Wait, what?
So this is not a joke. So this one character created. All right, and it took him 3 years to draw him to just find out like what he finally looks like. I forgot where it is.
What? Are we talking about that show? I don't
Created.
know.
Talk about one of my dumb OCs.
Ah.
Just it's not really like talking about OCs and just rather talking about.
Why would you call an OC
progress.
dumb? They're your children. Talking about your own child. I mean, basically an OC is basically your own child. I just said basically twice in that same sentence.
Basically,
Basically.
oop, he left.
It's so quiet. Wait. Oh, Tetra. Tetra left. He's talking in hard stuff. Tetra! Hello? I can't hear you guys. Oh, hang on.
Basically.
Up.
Alright, so like
The sound kept cutting out. I got scared. I got really scared.
But you see what I mean? The character looks like Shrek, and like that's not even like an exaggeration. Based off of Shrek. I think. The top of his head. Look at his lip.
What?
But like Del Mar did it like
My back. You know, I could be streaming in my actual room right now. It's just so I'm not sitting in this wooden chair. I should do that. That's gonna take a while. Hold on. There we go. Hopefully that works. I still can't hear you guys. Ah,
It's because I'm not saying anything.
you're so quiet.
I have something to talk about now, though.
Yay!
There's actually a like this. There's a board game based off of the video game Portal, and it looks like a lot of fun. I haven't gotten to play it yet, but hopefully I will soon. So yeah, it's a thing. I guess that wasn't much talking because I just said some words and then.
Oh.
And awkward silence continue.
Yay! Awkward silence.
That's
I
how it's
hate it. I hate that silence.
I legitimately actually can't hear you. Either speak up a little bit louder, please, or have the mic closer, I guess. Just I can't hear you.
Oh. It's quiet again.
I was waiting for Evie's responses.
Huh.
Yeah, this team I have set up for OU on Pokemon Showdown is Mega Charizard X with Dragon Claw, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, and Outrage. 252 EVs in attack, 252 EVs in speed, and
EV?
4 in special defense
Evie? Evie?
with Jolly Nature. EV. Yep. So I won't go into the rest properly for the others, but yeah. So there's that. Tapu Fini holding leftovers with Nature's Madness, Moonblast, Taunt, and Scald. Hooper Unbound with the Assault Vest with Dark Pulse, Nasty Plot, Psyshock, and Focus Blast. Tyranitar with a Choice Band with Stone Edge, Crunch, Pursuit, and Earthquake. Landorus Ferian holding the Choice Scarf with Earthquake, U-Turn, Hidden Power
Okay, who's playing the music?
and Rotom Wash with the Iapapa Berry, I think that is.
I hear
With
it
Hydro
in the
Pump,
background.
Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Split, and that would be the TV. I apologize.
Why is it on?
And that's why I'm on. Rather than calling it push the talk, but I just wanted to switch it off for a moment there, so I didn't have to hold the button down.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Phew.
My voice is not happy today, apparently.
Oh.
But I asked you a question. There we go.
Question? So quiet.
Try to like fill in the empty void. I'm doing such a good job, but like something.
I have this and the monstrous Anything Goes team.
Stupid anything goes team. Let's see how this goes.
It gets so quiet.
You'll see what's going on in a moment.
Hang on a second. I just have to. Still drawing out the background for this new thing. There's gonna be lots of logs. Lots of logs. For chairs or something. I don't know. That means I get to do the shading all over again. Yay! I'm excited about that. Back. It's so quiet in the chat. It's so very quiet.
Yep.
And the empty voice, like texting dumb emoji.
No.
Sorry, I had someone wanted to talk to me.
It's so quiet.
You know, I completely forgot about Extreme Evo Boost.
It's really quiet without Piers. I just realized that.
I never
Quiet.
one gimmick I have because I only have one team.
Oh.
Actually, better things.
Oh, Piers is here. Join us, Piers. It's so quiet. We need. we. Wow. Piers.
And these tired of all the boys in the chat.
Yeah, there's always. I'm always going to be the only girl whenever I do a stream. I feel like.
Gotta do a joke where like, what if I like brought my sister on here and just like decide to have a chat and be like, hello, like, oh, Touch, you're really a girl. That was just a joke.
Damn, that was a crit. I would have lived otherwise. Maybe.
Or power.
It's a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
Ah.
Or
Ah. Oh, hi Piers. Join the call. You have like this. I swear, Piers always brings people. It's strange. He has this like ability to bring people to this stream.
Oh no.
He's magical.
it's 220, but it's the same type of attack bonus, so it ends up being 330 base power. So basically, anything.
Holy goodness, you're right. I should just do that. Evo, Extreme Evo Boost, Baton Pass, Store Power, Mega, God of War. My goodness.
And he just answered that I am God.
Calm mind on Gardevoir, and if you can, if you're facing something that just setups or stalls.
Because I mean, my goodness, I defeated someone with just Arceus on this team. By setting up and countering their stall out because they had the ninja.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll send you a screenshot of what it looks like when you fully max out this stupid gimmick.
I feel like the stream. We should probably stop streaming for now. It's so quiet. I don't know.
Like, we could keep on talking and all that, but like, if you want
Yeah.
to. I was actually,
Piers!
if anything,
That's not even
If anything.
how bad it can go.
Oh.
oh, hold on, wait.
I said, that picture I sent, it can go even more stupid than that. Oh, I had my mic muted the whole time.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, I saw your mic muted, and I was like, "Whoa,
Should I
what the
say
fuck?"
something?
Thinking, like, did I mute you or some shit? And, like, I was checking, like, I didn't mute you, no.
I was like waiting for someone to break the silence. I was just like, someone's gonna break the silence. I'm not gonna be that someone. I'm just like looking at
Please.
everyone that I see appears just like the mute mic thing go off.
Trying to, like, I thought what he was going to. I think he was. I thought he was going to try to, like, fuck with us and think, like, oh, if we have Pierce on, you know, we're going to stop the empty void of silence. But then he just on, and it's like way more silent than it's ever been. What I thought was going to happen.
Not on my watch.
But he would not let that happen. Out of all of us, we're talking all that, and they just.
Oh my
trying to
god, we've
think-
only been streaming for an hour. Wait, seriously, wait.
That's what I said an hour ago.
I know, but it wasn't an hour. Oh. Oh, it's actually an hour and 40. It's almost been 2 hours.
Shit, so it has been an eternity.
It's almost 2 hours. It's just... Oh, hey, we got more people. We had 5
Fine.
people here! 5!
People a while ago. We had 2 people like half an hour ago.
The struggle was
no,
real.
it was at like 4:20. There was like 5 people.
Ew.
We used to have like only
For
2
like
people
3
on here.
minutes, there was like 5 people.
The one team afro.
Maybe at least just one thing that like the chat and the live stream. If any of you like have a question, all that, feel free to ask and all that.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to answer.
ignoring the thing that I have up. It's like, it says to ask questions. Why are you people ignoring that?
You're also kind of ignoring that as well.
Oh yeah, it's my fault.
Thing, not to throw you under the bus.
No.
Like we'll try our best and all, but at the same time, this is your stream.
I need
it's
to
kind of your
keep it up.
responsibility.
I'm sorry. I was just doing stuff. I'm a busy person. Oh, a question. There we go. What's the question? Why have we been just awkwardly stalling for so?
That's the stream.
That's what I've been kept on saying.
I don't know, because I can't think of something to talk about sometimes.
Like I was trying to like think of something a little bit earlier. That's why I decided to like go on and babble about Mr. Enter.
And then we went.
Like that was spicy.
Then we went to
And, like, I just-
other stuff, talking about shows. And then we went to
Uh,
movies. And then we went back to Mr. Enter. Then we
Actually,
went
no,
to like really bratty people. And then we went back to that.
Are you sure we're not talking about? We weren't talking about salty people.
Yep.
I was mentioning
it's
yesterday,
the same
like,
thing. Bratty and salty. It's the same thing.
but that's what I was mentioning, like, yesterday. Just like how this entire stream is just so winged out. Like how it's just like there's no planning into it, and that we should at least
It's
like try to like
unscripted.
maybe it should be scripted if anything.
Aw.
We have to keep in mind, like, we can't just, like, and, like, you know, Jake Paul and Logan Paul, because, you know, if we keep on, like, keeping, like, this, type of quality, I mean, this kind of content, and have it as the same quality, then, we're probably
so
just-
are you. Hello.
worse than Jake Paul, and hey, Nick Curtis.
Wait, just bringing up Jake Paul and Logan Paul, we brought someone here.
Kind of, I guess. I don't know.
They just popped up while you were talking about that. I'm sorry for interrupting, though. I'm sorry.
Look, you got a new subscriber.
Just 8 more and then I'm at 400.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we really just actually gotta like, even if like we don't feel comfortable about it, like we still just gotta find like a fucking topic to just talk
That's why
about.
I have the scheduling thing.
Can't like. So like all right now, because we're like done about talking about Mr. Enter, I was gonna try to like have Mr. Enter to be like the
When you
primary
enter
topic
the room,
of today. Like, I was trying to like have him as the main juicy piece of meat. That didn't work out, I guess, but like oh well. I'm like don't want to keep on talking about it because like no one else here knows what we're talking about.
I
Nick
put the
won't know what
link.
we're talking about.
I put the link to that in the. I moved that to the streaming chat thing. So I could pin it.
Oh wait, but wait, think about it. If you do that, then people might actually just go to the
Oh shoot!
okay.
Ah!
No, actually, no, link it. Just no, go ahead. Like actually,
Actually, I could put the link. I could.
check out this.
Here's what I
If anyone wants to see like this funding, the funding for like this project, you know, like.
Otherwise, we're just gonna keep awkwardly bumbling around.
Exactly. So like, please just ask us questions.
Please.
Just like, as
Yep,
like.
seeing as that's in the title.
Mystic, you should have
Wait,
conversation pieces.
how?
You should have a really obscure image.
No. No.
In case if like we have nothing to talk about, what I would give for advice is that like, why not just try to draw while the stream is actually going?
Oh yeah, true.
It's like you know, even
Wait
if
a
though like
minute.
you might not be talking about anything right then and there, at least like there's something nice to visually look at. Because like nothing's going on, and so like there's no reason why we should be watching anything.
True. Wait. Why do I feel like? Okay.
Ways. Okay, so everyone who goes to this website, if you do anything, you know, you can check it out, you can see what's going on. But please do not support this website that we are showing right now. Please do not support it because we are here to trash it. And all that. So do not donate whatever amount is needed to like. No, finally, no, fuck it. Let's just go back and talk about Mr. Enter, I guess. Aware of Mr. Enter.
You keep cutting out.
Mhm.
Do I actually keep on cutting out?
Yes, you do.
Oh, shit. So, are we all aware of Mr. Enter?
Yes.
No.
Pizer, you don't?
No.
No.
You Afro.
I put the link.
So, just a quick recap. Mr. Enter is probably the worst review channel out there. Like will review cartoons, and he's actually horrible at it. And so he always keeps on saying that he just loves. Like every time he talks about a cartoon,
Does
So
it
if
have a
he's,
funny
like-
voice?
funny voice, he just like has this really like miserable voice, as if like he'll like say like stuff that he loves talking about, but yet like he just sounds so miserable about like talking about it. He doesn't have any heart, no passion, no charisma, just none of that shit that makes a person entertaining.
Wait,
Just
isn't
like
that
us.
supposed to be everyone on YouTube because people are like, do this kind of content, and such.
You know, even so, like like young kids and all that, and it's even obvious that like most of his fans are like young and like because and the reason why is because if you check back at his on he only has like $200, I think, has like gone into his money, and that's just because like only young people have like just money is like 25,000 subscribers, 2,500 some of them are just children and all. And the thing is that most people who like will make most people who like will make videos to like call him out will be like they say like they're fans and all that. Like someone will make an exposed video or like try to rant about him and say like I used to be a fan of yours, but like but now I'm not actually.
Okay.
And so like if you used to be
a fan of who? You keep cutting out.
and so like I don't know what's going on. Am I really
Okay.
you
Just,
processing? I
Yes.
keep on cutting out.
yes. But back to what you were talking. Sorry.
I'm gonna make sure to stop. I don't keep on cutting out because like I'm trying to like I keep on going back to browser to check the Discord and then the podcast, just make sure like everyone's okay and good and all, so we don't lose any people. And I'm sure we're gonna lose a person any minute by now. I think.
I could check. I could check. I've been checking. Yep. Okay. So back to what you were talking about, the channel stuff.
But like people like try to call out Mr. Enter. The thing is that most of the people who called him out are like fans of his or people who used to be fans. You know, they did like his content and all that, and so like they didn't know any better of like like him just having like bad content and how like he's really bad at what he does and all. I mean, sure, yes, you can say like they grown up and all that, but I almost feel like most of the people who like make rant videos about him and all, I just want to be on the bandwagon of like everyone else like who hates Mr. Enter. There's like literally one person who like take video about him and said like how his audio was shit, despite the fact that this same person, well, he like had like a $2 mic that he used. That was probably only like long. Yes, that is important. Very, very small mic.
Important.
Anyways, Mr. Enter, bad channel, and all that. But why are we talking about him? Because he's trying to create a show, and it doesn't.
It looks shitty. I just want to throw up seeing it.
I'm back.
Hello.
And so this website we've shown right here, like this is what he wants to create. He wants to create a show called story is basically kids are adults and the adults are kids. Disturbing vibe to it.
Mm.
Back me up and all that, cause like I don't want to be the only one monologuing here.
It's that's just the thing I could say about this. It's don't like it. Looks visually busy. And I feel like if it
What's
were
with
to be
that
a
background?
thing, I feel like the characters would have really annoying voices that I just want to strangle them.
It might even just be like done in post and like hair and all. Like, that would really fucking annoying.
I mean,
Just
just
make
knowing
it-
what
you know
Mr. Enter does, it would be like a very ironic thing. I mean, even just this page existing is ironic, but
He keeps on talking about like cartoons are like shit and all that.
When he himself
Like-
was making a cartoon.
Yeah, and yet he's making a shitty.
exactly.
But like, keep in mind as well, like, you know, like, also likes My Little Pony and all that. And you know what? If you like My Little Pony, you know what? There's nothing wrong with it. You could be like 35 years old, be a male, like My Little Pony. There's nothing wrong with that. But for you to say like your opinion matters in some way and just like criticize all these shows makes me wonder if you really have a good opinion. If you think My Little Pony, oh,
Hmm?
I mean,
No, you managed to stay in for most of that. You're not. It seemed like you cut out as soon as you said.
cut out again, didn't I?
I mean, one thing that this guy seems to be doing is like, he's looking at all these other popular channels. He's like, okay, they're doing this. Maybe I could do this, even though I don't want to. And maybe I could be as popular as them. And
I mean,
just.
you know what? I can see where you're trying to go with that, but at the same time, I almost like to believe that just like he does actually want to do this so passionately that he's like, because he said that he wanted to do this project for 4 years.
No, I'm talking about like with ranting and such.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like what he does on this channel. That you said. Like ranting and
Yeah.
reviewing such. He's
I'm
like,
like,
people do this a lot. Maybe I could do it. Maybe I could get a lot of money. And that's basically what people are doing, I feel, these days. Like, they are doing something they feel that they wouldn't want to do, but are doing because they're like, I want to be popular. I just want to be... I just want to feel like
Views,
I am great.
clicks, likes.
And that's
really
why
do
if
that?
you
Are like
see...
YouTubers like, or YouTubers for like Derv and all that or Xility, who just like don't give a fuck at all about what they make, and they don't even care about. They just like really want to make money.
I mean,
Supporting them.
that's
And, like-
one thing that... I mean, sure, I want to be able to like have a lot of subscribers, and I'm trying to maybe think about doing like a career where I'm making a show on YouTube, yes, but I'm doing something. I'd rather be doing something I like rather than having to be told to do something I wouldn't like to do.
Like a show on YouTube.
What?
Maybe. So, my personal advice is that like maybe YouTube's not a good idea. Maybe YouTube Red, but maybe not YouTube, because YouTube is really
To Newgrounds.
actually kind of a shitty. Just try to like get attached to like get try to have it on like Netflix or even on like on Amazon Prime or something like that.
I
'Cause,
mean, they're always greenlight to any shows.
but like YouTube is not the place I would think, because like it'd be hard to like advertise it or to even make money off of it, because YouTube at all.
Stupid YouTube.
Yeah, at this point, YouTube's just broken.
And I'm honestly thinking that YouTube's not going to change. Like the content that you used to have back then, where like you got to have all this really dark stuff, where like people do very controversial content and all that. It was very entertaining and well done. That anymore, or at least you can't like at least start a new YouTube channel, like grow from there. The thing you can do, really just content. You're gonna have to like make go out of your way and make shitty Spider-Man Elsa videos. You're gonna have to like
Oh god.
do a toy channel.
Oh
Do a
god.
toy
Listen,
YouTube.
those are my favorite videos. You
Don't
shouldn't
remind me of those
be more
videos.
careful about other people's opinions.
Trigger you then. But
They're so
or you have to
wrong.
do like, you know, a toy channel, or better yet,
Hey,
like
hey,
just
hey,
hope
there's some toy channels that are good. I honestly watch these other.
Oh.
There's-
channels, there's like hair ones, the like those are shit.
I talk
Uh,
about the people who repaint dolls. I'm talking about those channels.
Hmm.
I actually like them
Those
because they're
ones.
artists, and it's calming to watch those videos.
I'm talking about like maybe one more the more cheaper toy channels, like the ones who like think like you just like show a toy at all and just like clicks and all that.
Like, oh yeah.
Uh,
Back
And
in
then,
my day, kids used to buy toys just to play with them. They didn't have to watch videos where other people would play with the toys. Gosh.
and another thing as well is that we can also do to just be popular on social media in general is like to pray to God that your looks are good enough just to like be popular and all that. And then you get to have just as popular the same reasons as Kim Kardashian is.
Botox
There's reasons why she's popular.
Botox Factory.
Really like YouTube, kind of like not the best place to like, try to like. I only love YouTube just because of the community behind it. If I were to ever join, it's just because I want to be a part of this community.
It's all
Probably
about
like work with those
finding
people.
the group for you, basically. Trying to find people that are like you and you can collaborate with.
That's like the only reason why I want to be on in general, just to like going with all these creators and just like be a part of it and say like I am a part of this YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Same. Like for me,
Not
it's
worth
the
it.
animation community specifically.
And even animation's hard to do, and I think like
I'm sorry.
there's a place on animation on YouTube, but really it seems like the only way
It's
to actually
dead.
just like
It's kind of dying. It feels.
Sadly.
Oh god.
really just be
So
popular. on YouTube.
luckily we do have people like PD still doing it and
Yeah,
whatnot.
but even so, like it's not like PD. It's not to like talk badly about him, but like he doesn't like upload constantly, and like I'm not saying he has to and all, but
I don't upload
Thank you,
constantly. I'm
John.
like, I will like take breaks usually. I'm like,
sure. But at the
air
same time,
quotes
you're not gonna.
breaks.
See, that's the only problem about animation as well. You can never upload it constantly.
It's like, hey,
So-
where's my video?
Another thing as well is that like it feels like the only way to actually just like grow with as a YouTuber when it comes to animation is just to make story time videos. I feel like that's the only solution. Sure, I
It'll
think
be like
some of
Tana
them-
Montague.
Wait, Tana Monica, how?
Oh my god, I was raped last week. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh goodness.
You know,
There's this creepy white guy that came next to me, and he said the N word. It's not like I ever said the N word ever in my life.
Oh, God.
oh, that reminds me of that content cop video.
Oh yeah,
Mad.
cop.
Anyways, I'm here now, and also I'm really, really fucking tired.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
I'm trying to find that one Joltoid video with like the Welcome to E-Fame survival guide.
Oh, I remember that.
Because that's what I'm
First
thinking
rule.
of, like, every time. It's like, who cares about your original content? What matters is what they think. It's...
Actually, no. It matters of what if you like doing it or not. And if you start hating it, like the things that you do, it's kind of, you know.
I think what matters is whether or not you actually care about doing something. Because like you can be popular, get fame, and all that, and not like give a shit what you're doing. Or you can like put a lot of effort into something, yet like
Yeah, it
it
gets a
will
lot
never
of
be
views.
noticed.
Like for
As well.
me, for instance, I read a webcomic and I'm like, I want to do these like great, bombastic things, but at the same time, like, you know what? I'm too lazy to do this type of shit. Like, I don't want to put effort. I mean, I do put effort, but still, I don't want to put effort.
Like, every day, constantly uploading.
So wait,
Like, I
I
don't
was
want to put
asking-
effort in my webcomic shit, and then later not get any like recognition for it.
wait.
Also, this room is really warm, and I should get out of here. It echoes a lot. It's an empty
So
room.
let me clarify. You want to like not put effort into a webcomic, and yet you want it to be recognized very highly.
No, that's the thing. No. I don't care if it gets recognized or not. Like, I just, I want to do it because I want to do it for fun.
I
But
say
at the
like
same
have a
time, I
fun
don't
time.
Yeah.
Just like,
Like I can't exactly of you like not giving a shit because like I feel like the point of like someone not giving a shit, it just resorts to like shit posting or garbage that you just find on Tumblr. Just people have these like crappy webcomics that like put people put like less than a single brain cell to like kind of shows. That's not what I'm doing. I'm actually gonna try hard. I don't even care if it gets recognized. If some people can like notice like what I do and what I create,
or just
Yeah.
put how much
it's enough.
heart and soul I put into this. Like, I'm
One other person on Earth.
trying to write a story, and I'm doing so much to get it done, doing the help with the edits. But now that during school, but now it's the summer, so I'm doing all the edits again myself. I have to do all that, and then go online to to make those edits in. And then I have to reread it, make sure it's all what I want, and then do the illustrations, get all that set up.
I made a penguin dab in the moment. That's legendary.
And I want to do all this stuff because I want to put this story out
fuck.
for people to read.
Ah.
And I just wanted to be like, this is something I love to do. I want to be able to create stories, just make a series. This is something I'm passionate about. I want people to know how much.
Whoa,
I've been
serious? This is
thinking.
kind of ambitious, don't you think?
I'm already thinking of 3.
Just as long as like I say only if like you actually take it seriously. If you actually like get up off your ass and you try to like understand like how to write actual like screenplays and like you analyze and break down other ingenious pieces of film and just like understand why are they so good, why are they so amazing, special, and what makes it great and not just okay. Because say like you are okay and all that, you're not really gonna be like known or remember it if you just make something. No one's not gonna remember it. It's not gonna be recognized at all. And so like you want to see, because that's actually great, and there is something separating those that are like great and those that are just okay. Like it only just matters whether or not like you have the right attitude.
It's
Do you
kind of
actually
like game design.
Yeah.
In a
like
way. In a way, of course.
like do you want to like make an actual game where like people can have an experience where like you know you're having a fun time while making a game, or do you just like maybe want to fart something out just that like I made a game and all that? Because like I'm pretty sure
Like, I made a game. Look at this. Look, it's so effort, but hey, at least
I'm sure-
it's good. Kind of like
sure
Baldi's
people-
Basics. Like
you know
legit,
what
I'm not even joking. The creator legit said he made this as a parody to insult people, especially like the FNAF community and every single YouTuber who plays it. Which I like that mentality, honestly. Just like making like parodies and
It's like, of course people won't play it. It's supposed to be scary. Ooh.
I really
you talking
hate
about?
the people. You know, like how people make like fucking theories about almost everything.
Game theorist. Looks up game theorist.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't mind, like, some of the story of Five Nights at Freddy's is, like, kind of, like, everyone else has to,
Convoluted
like, try to
shit.
piece them together.
I mean, the only reason
But the only
that
problem is that,
exists
like,
because he got comments
believe.
from an old game he made.
The thing is that, like, I almost like to believe that, like, Scott almost, like, has a very vague story, and that he just, like, leaves behind, like, everything that he just put out, and it's, like, so vague, because, like, there's barely, like, half a story there. And it's just like having everyone piece together and like make something he did unintentionally, as like his fans are actually writing a story, if anything. That's almost what I like to believe. But like, you know what? Who knows?
His
They, like,
intentions to make this game to begin with weren't like the same expectations that he thought he will get out of the original one.
it just makes me think like I don't know like how much of it is planned and all that because like this Fredbear Family Diner is like introduced
What?
in
Oh God. God.
That's
Damn
the
it.
Bless you.
restaurant
But
in
thanks.
like in the story Fredbear's Family Diner. He like that was like, but however it was like referenced like the second game I believe. Or how anything's even planned at all. If necessarily, or if he really is just like winging it and making it up as it goes along. The time, like I'm like kind of confused and wondering if he was like, as long as that when he had sister location, and yet like with sister location, like the purple guy,
Oh, he's
Robotics.
this guy. Ooh.
put robotics inside of him, making him.
Just
Basically,
gore for
I
the sake
guess,
of gore. Wow.
It's like a tedious ARG game. That's not fun.
Ooh, I don't know.
Kind of
what
like
game
another
it
ARG fucking web series I'm following that's not fun. I'm not gonna name it though.
is. What's ARG?
Alternate reality game.
Oh. I don't understand some things sometimes, like abbreviations.
No one does.
That's alright. I've never heard that abbreviation till now. Oh, there goes my tablet.
Like, I didn't know what SMH meant for the longest time. I was like,
Outsourced filmmaker, I think.
I thought it was shaking.
Shaking my head.
Like, I didn't know what that meant. I was like,
Oh, SMH.
SFM.
Oh, that.
SFM
yeah.
source filmmaker.
Yeah.
I was always so
Oh fuck.
confused.
Oh fuck. Why is there so much zombies in here? Oh fuck. Fuck. Oh well, she's dead. Alright, whatever. I don't care. Wait, she was the brute. Nah, fuck. Whatever. I'm still continuing the tradition of playing video games in your podcast.
Yep. Maybe we had a moment where we were just talking about video games.
I wish I was in that.
Tiny segment talking about Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
I feel like
What's
they
your
ran out of
favorite
ideas.
Pokemon?
Eevee, duh.
What's your second favorite Pokemon?
Vaporeon.
It's still an Eevee.
It's an evolution.
What's your favorite Pokemon that does not relate to Eevee?
Yeah, there you go.
Absol. Oh wait. Oh, this is actually kind of hard. There's Absol,
Nope.
Flygon, and Breloom. Actually,
Pretty cool.
I love Flygon. It's so cute.
I love Flygon too. Oh my god,
So cute.
Flygon's a great Pokemon.
he's the best.
I absolutely love. I don't know what generation it was, but one of his trading cards is so good.
I think I have two of them.
I have one somewhere. That specific card I'm talking about, but don't know where it is.
Oh. Then there's I love the deer Pokemon. The first
Oh,
Deer
the
Pokemon,
seasoned
I-
ones?
Stantler?
Sawsbuck and Jeerling, yes, but then there's Stantler. Why do people always forget about Stantler?
Because he's generic deer.
Generic deer.
It's the generic deer
He has a
Pokemon.
big nose and just I mean, I remember it from the show, and how it's like those orbs on its antlers, like they were used for like hypnotizing and such. They don't bring it up. They don't bring it up, and it makes me mad and sad.
Is it kind of weird that I'm
That's
just throwing
what
a
happens
boot
when
at
he uses
zombies?
hypnosis.
Throwing a generic boot.
A what?
I'm just throwing a boot at the zombies just to defend myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me just stab him with this netting needle. Let's go.
the 3 people who are thankfully watching us, I guess.
Oh,
I don't
that's
even
the
know.
card.
Discuss anything again?
Wait, so is this like a Q&A, like, podcast-ish thing?
Yeah, but
I guess, but
We're
there's
kinda
no
like-
questions being asked.
they never ask questions. They avoid the point.
Time, we kind of like ignored them and just like not even addressed the chat kind of that much and all that.
I'm sorry. I feel like shit now.
Just learn from your mistakes. Okay.
I try.
Dude, like, how would the percentages be if you were to say like the people who were talking, actually, who talked the most and who talked the least? What would be the accurate
Who
number?
talks the most and who talks the least?
I'm a good candidate for least and most.
Oh shoot. The numbers went up. Who talks the most and who talks the least? I feel like it's Evie, but I don't know. You guys talk a lot sometimes. Especially when Piers and Juke are in the same place. Like,
That's right.
Yeah.
doing memes.
Listen, we're both vine sauce men.
True. Sorry, I'm just bored.
Okay.
I'm just doing some line art.
I might end soon. I'm getting tired.
Like, we only have like 2 people watching. I'm not sure who we're like entertaining at this point.
I'm one of them.
Think
Not
I have
one of them
this
as well.
screen up?
You know, I'm gonna be honest right now. I think I think Pi.
Oh no, I did. Was looking for Jalapal.
It was delicious.
I think Piers and me are like the only ones who's actually in the chat. I think
People who subscribe to me never, like... They never...
like, okay,
It makes me
do you
sad.
want to become a YouTuber?
Yeah. Well,
Content. You gotta be consistent. And you gotta have it at the highest quality. Dope. Because right now it seems as if you're
most of the time I just stream!
a little bit
Because
harder
I
than that.
don't... I honestly don't have the right materials to do, like, the type of animations I do. I do not have the program that I could use to make 3D animations. I do not have I am definitely...
Why not just get Blender, though? Or have you never
I was
heard
gonna say Blender's good.
True. But I like doing traditional paper pencil animation.
And,
Oh, stop motion?
Kind of.
it's called traditional animation.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah,
to
I
do
know it's
that.
traditional animation, but I was like saying like stop motion maybe.
I'm
Stop
just
motion is
talking
cool,
about, like,
but
paper
tedious.
pencil
No, stop.
and
Motion's cool and all, but like that's not my bread and butter, so.
I know how to do a little bit of stop motion, not much though.
People who just do stop motion, like, just are really skilled at just knowing how to do, and only know how to do animation that's like straight ahead, because like, the thing that's nice about like traditional animation, you can like, there's like 2 ways to like animate. To stop motion, like you can only do it in the way to just like animate straight ahead, and that's it.
Mhm.
The way where like you can like do frames, in which I really doubt like that's even like possible.
Mm.
mm. Yeah, I think I might just end it for now.
Right.
Mhm.
Adios.
Mighty stream people.
So, yeah. And like that, I'm gone.